Hi, I just want to say hello to Lalaine Paris, and I want to wish her a happy St. Patrick's Day. And I want to comment about that picture, Lalaine, that you put up on your website where you're in like a little black suit, and I think you look so sophisticated and adorable in it, and I think you're just the most beautiful and sexiest thing on earth. And but anyways, I meant to make another YouTube video sooner than I have. But, you know, my dad, he went on a little drinking binge, and I just had to kind of focus on taking care of him and everything, you know. He's a good person and everything, but, you know, he was really down on himself, and, you know, he was telling me he wishes I wasn't so forgiving of him and everything like that. And you know, I told him a verse that's out of Proverbs, which goes, it goes something like an unrighteous man or a wicked man or something like that. A wicked man falls once, but a righteous man falls 7 times. And, you know, what that means is, you know, a person, they can, you know, make a mistake, but if they just pull themselves out of it and continue trying to do right, even if they make a mistake again and again and again, as long as they keep on trying to pull themselves out and keep on trying to move forward, they're a righteous man. And, you know, I have a great deal of respect for that. All of us have vices, all of us make mistakes. But as long as you keep on trying to pull your life together and keep on moving on, I mean, that's what counts. And, you know, my dad, I try to approach things with like kind of a holistic approach to medicine and everything, or diet. And one of the things I got from my dad, and I'm hoping it might help him out, is the Alcoholism and Addiction Cure, a holistic approach to total recovery by Chris Princess. And I haven't read that much of the book yet or anything, but all the same, I strongly believe with that approach to medicine. I strongly believe in diet and nutrition. Me personally, I don't eat any meat except for seafood, and I believe that's just the way to do anything. My sister, one of my sisters, I have multiple sisters, but one of them, she has a bipolar disorder, and I try to encourage her to eat healthy and everything like that. A lot of people, they get into these like fad diets and everything, which eliminate all the fats out of their diet and the cholesterol and everything, when they even eliminate the good versions. Like a person needs the omega-3s and stuff, and they need them in abundance. And they've even done research that if you want to keep your weight down, you have to consume lots of omega-3s. I mean, you know, it goes against what most people think, that you actually need fat to keep thin. You know, and I'm very thin, I'm very athletic, I'm probably about the most athletic guy in town. When I went up on that hiking trip over at Long Pine, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I mean, none of the guys I hiked with could do even a third as much as I could. I was doing one-arm push-ups, pistol squats, pull-ups, and I was still hiking twice as much, twice as fast as they were. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but still, I'm a very athletic and healthy person, and I eat plenty of the good kinds of fats, plenty of avocados, almonds, seafood, things that have the omega-3s in them, because you need that to be healthy. Also, you need it to be cheery. That's why I encourage my sister who's bipolar to have those kind of fats, because your brain is primarily made of fat, and you need these omega-3s that have a steady mood. You need the omega-3s in order to be able to resist addiction. You need the omega-3s to be able to keep your mood level and resist depression and everything like that. And, you know, I just believe in that approach to health. And, but anyways, you know, I just want to say to you, Lalaine, that I think you're such a decent, sweet girl, and I think you're such a good Christian. I know you made some mistakes, but some of the best people I know made some big mistakes around your age. I mean, my pastor, he's a decent guy, but he was telling me when he was in his early 20s, he made some dumb mistakes, you know. And I know some exceptional. I mean, look at my dad. My dad, he had a friend who was working for the black market. This was in the Navy, and he was smuggling heroin for him and everything like that. That's why he tried heroin. And when he was young, he tried some, but luckily it was laced with other stuff, so it wasn't very potent. My dad didn't get addicted. Somebody who did try heroin when she was younger, and she ended up getting addicted, was a very good, decent young Christian woman named Natalie Cole. And she was very faithful and everything, and she was going to this preacher who, I have to say, this is one of the best preachers ever. I have a great deal of respect for him. I even got one of his YouTube videos up on my site. He's passed away a few years ago. But he wrote this book, and it's called A Savior Worth Having by E.V. Hill. And I say this is about the best book you could ever read. And, I guess generally speaking, especially since I started off as American Baptist, my theological views are somewhat more liberal than his, but not by a whole lot. I can't say I'm American Baptist anymore because of the one area, some of the teachings that the American Baptists have about Jesus and everything I don't agree with. But E.V. Hill, everything he says about Jesus in here, I agree with 100%. And this particular book, everything he says in this particular book, I agree with 100%. I have a great deal of respect for this book. I have a great deal of respect for that man. And I suggest anybody read this book. But anyway, Natalie Cole, she was very faithful, and she was going to this, pastor and everything. But she made a mistake, and she got into drugs and everything. A lot of good Christians will make that mistake. And Lalaine, I just want you to realize that just because you made a mistake and did some things weren't the greatest, that doesn't mean you're a bad Christian, and that doesn't mean that I have any less respect for you. I have a great deal of love and respect for you, and I always pray for you every day. And I'd certainly appreciate maybe you doing a favor to me, and maybe you pray for me from time to time, and pray for my dad as well. And right now I have to say I'm a little stressed out because taking care of my dad, and then I got 12 rentals that I have to work on and everything, and I'm doing my taxes. I'm about to go crazy over that. But anyways, I want to say I think you're so beautiful and adorable, and I love that picture you put up. You just look so cute, and you're so scrumptious. I'm sorry if I go on about it, and I know that one video I probably kind of went a little overboard with my Ben Hill sense of humor, but it's just because I think you're the most beautiful and sexiest thing on earth. And I want you to realize that when I did that video, I kind of meant for it to be just something, for you to laugh about, towards me. I hope in no way I made it sound as though I was making fun of you or anything. It was all about me trying to be a goof. And I just want to tell you in a respectful but playful way that I just think you're the most beautiful and sexiest thing on earth. And I adore you so much. And another thing for you to pray for me about is, I saw this beautiful young woman around town. I was asking about her, and people told me that they think she might have been this gal or that gal. I was thinking that maybe she was this young science teacher I heard about named Madeline, but actually I'd seen Madeline before. I didn't know she was a science teacher, and she was a very attractive young woman, but it wasn't the same gal. I have to admit I'm very impressed that she was a science teacher, so I want to say she's really cool. But still, there's this one gal I saw in town, and the only way to describe how beautiful she was is she looked just like you Lalaine. And I've never had the nerve to go up to her and say anything. I've seen her about half a dozen times, and maybe that's one of the things you can pray for me about, that I'll have the nerve to say hi to her sometime. Of course, unless you happen to be interested in me, then I'll just ask you out sometime. But anyways, once again, I have a great deal. I love and respect you, and I just want to say I pray for you every day, and I just want you to be healthy and happy. And I always think you're beautiful, but there was this one picture I saw of you where you had this pretty black dress on, and you still look beautiful, but you're so thin, and you just I just hope you aren't getting into those health food diet, crazy diets that a lot of actresses get into, that they eliminate the good kinds of fats as well as the bad. And I just want you to be able to eat, plenty of omega-3s like avocados and almonds and seafood and stuff, so that you'll be a very happy person. And I tell that to my sister so she wouldn't get depressed and stuff, because Lalaine, I want you to be a happy person filled with love and contentment and joy, and I just want your life to be blessed, and I pray for that every day. And I love and respect you, and once again, have a happy St. Patrick's Day. And I don't know if you know this about those that kind of backdrop that I have for you, with the flowers with the dew on it. But that's kind of in reference to a little scene you did in this one show that you're doing, and it's kind of associated with a little fantasy I have about you. And in a later video, I'll kind of elaborate on that. And once again, God bless you and bye-bye.